Good morning, it's Barbara. The cicadas are here. I haven't seen any, but you can hear them. Oh my gosh. Thank you for joining me for coffee. It's a little unexpected, but I'm alive again today because Aura has her follow-up appointment this morning and I will be taking her to that. So I didn't have time. The girls are out playing in the backyard, as you can see. And here. And now they're going in the house because it's warm and muggy out here. So, and now the phone is ringing, so I don't know how that's going to work. I hope Dennis gets it. Might be Aura. Aura did very well yesterday, and but it took all day. They were late taking her in, and then they were late. She had to wait, and her appointment was for 10:15, and they didn't start the surgery probably till 12:30, quarter to 1. But we didn't know that, and I didn't know that it was going to be so long. I could have gone home and then come back and gotten her, but I didn't know it was going to be so long, and so, hold on, it was Aura. Oh.
It's your dad.
Oh, it's my dad.
Yeah.
I'll call him back.
Okay. Life station will call you back.
This is my dad. It's not Aura. So anyway, it ended up being an all-day thing, which was really too bad. But she did fine, and I got her home and all settled in and flat on her back. She has to stay flat on her back because she had a cornea transplant, and it ends up there's like a bubble, and the bubble has to stay centered in her eye. I guess that's to keep the cornea the correct, roundness or something. I'm not sure. But anyway, she had to stay flat on her back all night from when I took her home until I go pick her up in a few minutes, I guess. And she can only get up for like every hour. For every hour she's flat, she can get up for 10 or 15 or minutes or 20 minutes. So she can get up and eat, and she can get up and pee. Mostly she has to lay flat on her back. And she was fully prepared to do that. And I, got her all set up, had all her phones, her phone book, her clicker, her water. So she was all set. And I didn't talk to her later. She had her phone book. She had a lot of people she was going to talk to. So I'm assuming that she is fine and is expecting me in a little while. So anyway, she has her follow-up appointment. Luckily, that's at her doctor's office, which is not very, which is half the distance. And so all is well, but it took all day, and her appointment is this morning, and I'm going to take her to that. So I'm not doing my sketchbook review today. But I will show you my sketch I did yesterday. So after she went in, I was told it would be 2 hours before I could take her home. So I had 2 hours, and I was in Westchester, and as I said yesterday, Westchester is the county seat for Chester County, and it's also the home of Westchester University, and it's a lovely little town. It reminds me a lot of State College. But they have one of their main streets downtown kind of blocked off as a pedestrian only, and I was walking down that street, and it was nothing but restaurants. Lots and lots of restaurants. So anyway, a few shops, a few closed shops. I'm sure COVID didn't do them any good for the small businesses because they were small little boutiques and shops and things like that, so it's too bad. But anyway, I came across this kind of amazing building, and the only reason I saw it was because as I was walking down this street, a new building had gone up and had made this big courtyard, so I could see sort of across the corner to one of the side streets. And I saw this wonderful building, and and there was a place for me to sit in the shade right across from it for me to do. So anyway, this is the building. It's now a restaurant called Slow Hand. But I don't know if you can read this. I hope you can. This says Westchester Fire Company. And the numbers, the stone around the door was very ornately carved, and it says 1799, 888, or infinity, infinity, infinity. I'm not sure. 1799 is a very early for a fire hall, and and that's pretty early for that building, I think. But I don't know. I really don't know. But anyway, I had a lot of fun drawing it. And I just did the pencil while I was sitting there because I didn't want to be too late. And then when I got back to the clinic and realized I had a long wait, I did the ink sketch on top of it. And then I painted it when I got home. So I'm really happy with it. And I will post, I'll show this again tomorrow when I can show you a picture of the actual fire hall restaurant. But anyway, I had a lot of fun with that yesterday. I was both happy and sad that I had taken my new sketchbook because I filled up my other sketchbook. So I took this one. I actually have one page left in that sketchbook, but I took this one in case I wanted to do more than one sketch. And while I was sitting there sketching, a young woman came up and said, "Oh, you're an urban sketcher." I was like, "Yes, I'm just learning how to be an urban sketcher, you know." And she was lovely, and she's an urban sketcher too. I said, "Oh, have a seat. It's a beautiful building." She says, "No, I saw a gelato shop down there with a nice seat, so I'm going to go do that." But she showed me her picture, one of her pictures in her book from when she was in Mexico, and there was a little three-piece, you know, band sitting around in front of their, you know, Volkswagen Beetle bus. Anyway, it was a wonderful picture. And so I was really, a part of me was really glad that I didn't have anything to show her because I didn't have anything in my sketchbook. But another part of me was sad. I would have liked to show her some of what I had done and, you know, get a critique from somebody who obviously knew what she was doing. She'd been doing it for quite some time. And I had several people who stopped and looked and, you know, commented and complimented me on my sketch. And anyway, it was quite fun. It's a very public thing to do. It's kind of interesting. Anyway, so that was my day yesterday. Aura is doing great as far as I know, and I'll be picking her up shortly. So I'm gonna soon have to go, and apparently I need to call my dad. So I will say goodbye, and I will talk to you tomorrow, and I should have a more normal kind of, you know, video tomorrow where I can show you some pictures, and maybe you know, my plan is to show you my old sketchbook that I filled up almost except for one page. So I will say goodbye. I hope you are all well. Thank you to everybody who's watching live, and I will talk to you tomorrow. So please stay safe and stay sane.